Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. This is Vlogmas day 4, and in today's Vlogmas I'm going to show you guys my ultimate glute workout for glute growth. Now I will be honest with you guys, this video was meant to be like a full big why your glutes might not be growing video. I filmed the workout clips, but then I've just come to the realization that I don't really have time to film this whole shebang because I'm a very busy girl. It's a Christmas season. I've got so much content to do. I just don't have the time, but that will be something that is coming soon, I promise. But for now, I just thought I would show you guys my ultimate glute workout, my holy grails, which I absolutely love for glute growth. I know, like, heading into like the winter seasons, a lot of our goals is to grow our glutes, and it's important that we are doing glute focused workouts because if your priority is glutes, you want to prioritize the glutes in your workout. But that's not to say that your hamstrings and quads won't be trained. They are secondary muscles in a lot of these exercises, and you can expect them to grow too. And don't be scared of that, because that is something that I was always afraid of when trying to grow my glutes. I was always so afraid of growing my legs, but honestly guys, I have big legs and I fucking love them, okay? So don't be afraid of that. From something that used to be one of my biggest insecurities is now one of my favourite things about my body. Throughout this workout, I want you to focus on form, training with intention, pushing yourself, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. You're not going to see growth staying somewhere where you're comfortable. It's just facts. You gotta push yourself out of your comfort zone. You have to remember that you need to do this consistently to see growth. You are not going to see growth doing this workout once every other week. You need to be training your glutes ideally 2 to 3 times a week to see growth. Be disciplined, show up for yourself. If you want to see that glute growth, you need to be showing up 2 to 3 times a week and training those glutes. You need to make sure your nutrition is good, that you are getting your protein in, potentially eating in a calorie surplus, which is something I will talk about more in another video. Making sure you are resting between exercises, because there are some of you who will do the least and then there are some of you who will do the most, where you train your glutes too much. You don't want that. You need to allow your muscles recovery, because without recovery there will not be growth. Yeah guys, I hope you enjoy this little glute workout. Let me know what videos you want to see from me in the new year, please, because I'm going to be having like a whole day of planning content soon. But yeah guys, hope you enjoy this workout. Hey guys, so I'm at the gym now and it's time to show you the ultimate glute workout for glute growth. This is a glute workout that I found works really well for me, and I hope it works well for you too. All the exercises are very glute dominant and focused. There's a mix between shortened and lengthened movements. Before we start this glute workout, I'm going to try the new YOUR. Will it focus? Who knows? Cover my face. This is the new YOUR pre-workout, crank pre-workout to the UK. This is in cherry cola flavour. Now, if you don't know me, I love cherry Coke. I love anything Coke. Not that type of Coke though. Coca-Cola Coke. So yeah, I can't wait to try this. I haven't had like an actual pre-workout booster in ages. I did try the, is it the Grizzly Bear one? And like, as much as it gave me a boost, like, it's spicy. That shit was hot. Like, I'm not a spicy gal. I can't handle the spice. So I'm so excited to try this because I've been living off their energy cans for so long, which do obviously provide me that boost as well. But I prefer pre-workout, I can't lie. Like, I would prefer pre-workout because it's just easier and I don't have to fill up my fridge with energy cans. So we're going to try this, and yeah, let's go and do the glute workout. This pre-workout looks disgusting, but let's try it. Tastes like those Coke bottle sweets. So before we begin the workout, we must start off with a dynamic warm-up. The dynamic warm-up basically just helps mobilize the joints ready for exercise. It also helps reduce the risk of injury. I'm doing frontal leg swings, 10 reps. I've lost count though. lateral leg swings. This just basically helps you move through the movement easier. Like, for example, if you were going to do squats, it'd be good to do hip mobility because that would help you then get deeper in your squat. It just helps you perform the movement more efficiently, helps reduce risk of injury. So don't skip it. It literally takes like 5 minutes, if that. Then I'm going to do lateral deep lunges. If you can't go right down, like I am here, you can just squat into each side, but I can go right down. One thing I've noticed as well, since making sure I dynamically warm up properly before workouts, is how much more mobile I am. Like, I never used to just be able to sit flat in a squat like this and like not have a butt wink, but now I can. Now we're going to do a deep squat into hamstring stretch. And then finally, I'm not sure how well you can see me here, but I'm doing internal hip rotations, and that's literally all I do. Just a quick little warm up to help mobilize my joints. Okay guys, so the first exercise we have is a hip thrust. Now, why a hip thrust first? Hip thrusts firstly are shortened movement. They work the glutes really well in a shortened position, which is good to put first. And I also feel like number 2, it really helps with my glute engagement, and it sort of like sets me off for the rest of my exercises. Like, as long as I'm really contracting and engaging my glutes in this exercise, my glutes are they're gonna be felt. So for the rest of my exercise then, like for example an RDL where someone might struggle to feel the glute engagement a bit, it will help with that because your glutes are already fired up. So I guess you could consider it sort of like a pre-exhaust, but it's not pre-exhaust. It's just like a kick for the glutes to start, because that's what we want to work on. So I am doing a machine here. My usual go-to is a barbell, but like some days like today I just really can't be asked, if I'm going to be 100% honest, to load and unload the barbell. The reason I do prefer the barbell is I personally feel more of a glute engagement using that. But the machine comes in handy when I can't be asked to for the whole setup because it takes so long. And if I'm shorter on time, say, because the whole hip thrust setup of the barbell, because I do lift, I would consider quite heavy weight for hip thrusts. Like, loading on and off the weight just takes so long. It is so time consuming, so there's nothing wrong with a machine if you want to use one of those. I actually will be starting off with a warm-up set. I've got 120 kg loaded on right now, and this is just going to be like 10 to 12 reps, just to warm up, engage my glutes, you know what I mean, get my muscles absolutely ready for the actual exercise. That's 10 reps, and now we're going to add on some weight. So I think my starting weight, I will do 145 because I've been doing 140 kg to start for a while. I am doing a pyramid set, so we're doing 4 sets of 12, 10, 8 and then 6. And each set I'm going to be increasing the weight. So the reason I do pyramids because it stops the boredom. I kind of feel like to be honest, I hate doing hip thrusts. So like pyramid, like it's like a reward. Like every time I complete a set, I get to do less reps. Even though I am adding the weight, I get to do less reps. So there we go, like a reward. So let's add 145 kg. If I am correct, if my calculations are right, we have 145 kg loaded and ready to go. So I will give some general form cues. I am doing this on the machine, so Like, I can't give like all the form cues I would for a barbell, but some general cues to remember. You don't want to be arching your spine. So you don't want to be like, do you know what I mean? You can't really see me, but you just basically don't want to be arching your spine. You want to keep your spine pretty neutral. You want to really squeeze those glutes. Keep your feet planted on the floor. Generally, when you put your feet further away, it'll be more hamstrings. Closer they are, more quads. So you want them just in the middle. You want to put your feet slightly wider than shoulder width and externally rotate them slightly. You want to make sure the pad is just underneath your shoulder blade. This is a rounded pad, so it's a bit easier, but like if you're using a box or something, try and make sure it's underneath your shoulder blades. I know not everyone has access to a box that's the right size to them. It's the same for me. When I'm doing hip thrust, the box is always too high, which is pretty annoying. But try and get as close as you can to underneath your shoulder blade. So we're doing 145 kg for 12 reps. Oopsie. Forgot how to rack it. That's another thing I just thought of. Make sure to keep your shin tucked. But yeah, I really felt that. My glutes are on fire. The time to increase the weight. I think I'm gonna add like 20 kg. So we're gonna do, no, let's not do that. We'll do 155. No, Ali, don't be a pussy. We're gonna do 160. Cheeky update. I'm really starting to feel this pre-workout. It does actually taste so nice as well, even though it does look a bit like shit. So now we're reaping the rewards. We get to just do 10 reps now. 160 kg for 10 reps. 4 rest periods, guys. I know that you probably often hear that like you shouldn't be resting for long and stuff. But the thing is, when you are trying to grow muscle or like gain strength, you should be resting. Like, I know that sometimes that people can go straight from doing a set, have like 30 seconds rest and go straight back in. You should at least be resting for like 2 minutes. I probably rest about 3 minutes between each set, just because I want my muscles to recover between sets as much as possible, so that when I go on to my next set, like I can really push myself. So let's do 10 reps then. Kill me. I'm just not mentally prepared for hip thrusts today. Oh, Christ almighty. Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Kill me. I just done 170 kg for 8 off camera, just because I needed to film it for Instagram, so I couldn't show you guys that set. But glute engagement today is absolutely unreal. Like, I haven't had a workout where I've really felt my glutes for quite a while for some reason, but today, oh, they're being fired up, baby. Anyway, on the final set, 6 reps, 180 kg. This is the last week I'm doing 180 for my top set, because 180 has been my top set for a while. So starting from my next glute session, I'm going to try 185 kg for my top set. It's all about progressing week after week. I've done 7 then. Felt like I could do 1 more. So I've done 1 more. But that was a struggle. But anyway, that's hip thrusts complete. Let's go on to the next exercise. So next we have RDLs. RDLs are a great glute exercise again. They work the glutes really well in the mountain position. We are going to make these RDLs a bit more glute focused, so more bend at the knees. Something I do for RDLs is I actually have figure 8 straps, which really help me with my grip strength, because I find a lot of the time I can lift more, but my grip strength fails me. So by using these, it just really helps support the legs. Probably one of the biggest RDL tips I could give you is imagine there's a wall behind you and you were trying to touch it with the glutes. That was heavy. Right, I've actually taken my hoodie off so I can explain the form a bit better. Sorry, I was just a bit quiet. I get nervous when people are around me speaking to the camera, like it's not something everyone sees on a daily basis, and people do get curious and it makes me shy. So some form cues. When you do the barbell RDL, you want to place your hands with an overhand grip. Some people do over and under, but I just think overhand is better. If you struggle with grip strength, just get figure 8 straps or something. I use figure 8 straps and they just really help me push to my best abilities, because quite often my grip strength fails before my basically glutes and hamstrings do. When you are lifting the bar, you really want to pull the slack out of the bar first. Squeeze and engage your core to avoid hurting your back. When I grab the bar, I also twist my forearms. I don't know, I just find it helps with the grip. We're doing 3 sets or 8 to 10 reps. When you're going back, place your feet about shoulder width apart, slightly externally rotate, initiate your movement from your hips. Grace. That felt so hard. So next we are doing glute ham raise. You might notice a bit of a pattern here. I am doing short and to lengthen movements continuously. This is just because shorter movements are a bit less fatiguing. I'm gonna have to do a voiceover here, guys, because I was above the speaker and you can barely make out what I am saying. But I was just saying in this clip here that all glute ham raise machines look different, so it's a bit hard to sort of tell you how to set it up and give cues. But some general cues, you want to make sure the hip pad is basically like just below your hip, so you can bend over and let your upper body hang freely. And I also like to keep a bend in my knee, as it helps me not feel my hamstrings as much and makes it feel like it's working my glutes more. Something else I do is slightly externally rotate my feet, as you can see, and when I am doing the movement I am squeezing my glutes to lift up. I am not thinking about lifting up with my lower back or my back in general. I am squeezing my glutes and driving the movement through my glutes. So I am doing 3 sets of 10 to 12, and then on the final set As soon as I put the weight down to finish, I'm going straight into doing body weight for as many reps as possible to get that burn. And oh my god, it absolutely kills. You need to focus on this movement. This is a movement that I guess can be quite hard to feel in your glutes. I know a lot of people say that they can never feel their glutes during this movement. You just have to focus and put intention into the movement. Focus on squeezing your glutes. Imagine your glutes are driving the movement. And that is what is really going to help you feel your glutes, because it's all about the mind to muscle connection, guys. As long as you've got the mind to muscle connection down, you will really feel it.
So we are doing Bulgarian split squats, and please don't hate me, but this exercise is literally so good for the glutes, and it's the one exercise I always really feel the glute engagement. So you can do Bulgarian split squats two ways. You can do it a bit closer to the bench, more like this. This is going to be more quad focused, where you're just going straight down, foot closer to the bench, or you can put your foot further away onto the bench and hinge more back into it. This makes it a bit more glute focused. So that's what we're going to be doing, as our ultimate target is glutes. So throughout this exercise, you're going to really want to squeeze those glutes. Try and make the movement come purely through that wicked leg. Your back leg is there for just support. That'll do about 10% of the movement, where you want this leg doing about 90%. So we're going to do 3 sets of 6 to 8. I got 50 kg here. I'm doing it with 2 dumbbells just because I can lift heavier with 2. Whereas if I did it with 1 and had a heavy dumbbell, I'm more likely to fail before, my grip strength fail before my legs. So we're going to do 2 dumbbells. If you struggle to get into a Bulgarian split squat, put your foot back on the bench and lower down first. And then in that position, grab the dumbbells instead of grabbing the dumbbells and then going down. But let's do 6 to 8 reps. Oh, Christ. That was hard. I'm going to do the other leg off camera just because my battery's dying. I'm going to do glute cable kickbacks now. 2 sets of 10 to 12. Use this exercise to really get that last burn, really squeeze and engage those glutes. So when I'm doing the exercise, I stand back from the machine and hold on to the bar and hinge at the hips. From there, I bring my foot in front of my body, get that extra stretch in the glutes, and then use my glutes to initiate the movement back. I'm externally rotating my foot slightly as well. Don't forget, even though this is an isolation, to still push yourself on the weight. You don't want to make the exercise easy.
Right guys, so that's the full workout complete. I'm sorry I didn't go so much into detail on the last few exercises. The gym was starting to pick up and get a bit busier as time went on. Oh my god, I left my ankle attachments on. Why do I always do this? But anyway, to finish off your workout, you should make sure that you are stretching. Stretching after a workout is just important as stretching before a workout. Well, you dynamically stretch before. After your workout, you're going to want to do static stretches.
So do a few stretches that stretch the muscles you have worked. Don't forget as well, like, don't make them primarily glute stretches because you have secondary muscles working. Like for example, for an RDL, hamstrings and glutes are probably the main muscles. And then for like a Bulgarian squat, it's probably gonna be more the quads and glutes. So even though this is a glute focused workout, does not to say that other muscles will not be working. Something you often see is people saying that you can grow your glutes without growing like your quads and hamstrings, and you can't really, because most glute exercises involve the hamstrings and the quads, unless like you only done hip thrusts, which is still quite a lot of hamstrings, but if you only done hip thrusts for like a good few years, you might see some glute growth. But guys, don't be afraid of your quads and hamstrings growing. Yeah, I'm just holding each stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. And there we go, we're all done. That was actually such a good workout. I really feel like I pushed myself as well on increasing like the weight and stuff whilst maintaining my form. I don't know, I feel like that ESM pre-workout just really helped boost me. And that is exactly what I needed today. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little glute workout. Remember the points I have said: train with discipline, consistency, intention, quality over quantity, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. I have faith in you and I know that you are going to have absolutely massive glutes, okay? Just keep training. You have to remember that progress does take time. I have been going to the gym now for 4 years and this is my glute growth in that period, which I would say is quite a lot, but remember this is 4 years of growth. Don't go in with unrealistic expectations. It's only gonna demotivate you and stray you off your path. But yeah guys, that is everything for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. Just a little reminder that the 12 Days of Games campaign from Honor Active has launched. So you can now get the most cutest Christmassy gym sets of all time. Don't forget the links below for Honor Active and ESN support me and my relationship with the brand. So if you are going to shop any of their products, I would appreciate it so much if you could shop through those links. Love you. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas Day 4. Bye.